episode 115. Thank you all for listening to episode 114, Booty Man, A Clash of Kings. I am Gray, here with my co-hosts,
Parrot Nelson.
And Bear.
And for the first time ever on the show live,
it's me, Justin, on the Twitter.
I like it, because Justin on the Twitter has called in, but now he's going to be here live and not have to do the Twitter, so it's Justin on the table?
Yeah, I like it on the table all the time.
On the show.
On the show, on the table. You like it on the... that's too much, man. I got to see you often. I don't even know about you on a table. Oh,
yeah.
It's getting a little scary.
I'm more of a bathroom type guy.
So it's been a little over a year, so we're going on, 15 months? And this is your first time here, live on the show. And you might want to pin that back to the wall, or it's going to be crushing you. It's got... did you catch that midair? Nice.
Yeah.
Skills.
Take it.
There's another one that probably fell on the ground on the other side, but I couldn't tell.
There's one in the middle there.
Oh, is there?
Oh, yeah.
They were good.
It'll stab him in the back. It'll be fine.
The sad part about me finally getting here, I do travel all the time for work all around the state. So I'm literally usually here about once a month. So there's really no reason why I could have not have done this ahead of time. But hey, it's better. Sooner rather than later. Take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. Everybody will take it here. So we got 4 people here. This is the first time in a while we've had 4. I mean, if you don't count the 100th episode where we had 30.
800.
Yeah. This is the first time in a while we had 4, because I think the last time was the 3 of us and then Brandon.
Who?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. So, thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, the first and primary sponsor of Over the Line Sports Podcast. Brandon hooks us up with some merchandise. Don't forget he's going to make us new shirts for episode 200, The Pod Beats Patty Boggs 2, Deuce Boogaloo. So we look forward to that. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Give him a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas. And not.
Oh, shit.
Here, hold on. Ah, look at that.
I was way off in the ocean.
Somewhere in Sudan.
I was just trying to shoot where I'm going to be this weekend.
I think you were in Mars.
Pretty damn
So
close.
we're going to go with Al Ghalid, Sudan.
Al Ghalid.
Al Ghalid, Sudan.
That looks like a lot of grass there. Maybe Sean should look into that.
Parrot Nelson, is that the good kind of grass?
No, that's not the good kind.
Thank you.
That's the annoying kind.
That's the annoying kind of grass. Well, that's okay, though.
Too many stems in that grass.
Too many stems for him.
Yeah, too many seeds, too, if I pick them out.
Yep. You okay, Parrot?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, good. You sure? Did you have some ganja on the way here?
I did not.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Thank you to Verizon, Tim at Verizon. They're a true technology business partner who helps local businesses deploy technologies that can positively impact operations and can increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, they do not wait for the future. They build it. Go to Verizon.com. Get in touch with a sales rep in your area. Thank you to Cassandra at PNC. Visit Cassandra at PNC at the White House branch or give her a call, 419-877-0634. She can help you with all your banking needs, whether it be personal loans, credit cards. She's there to help. Give her a call or visit her. Thank you to Steve at Savage & Associates, who sponsored the Frickers Lunch at episode 100 and gave us the venue to record episode 100. He wants to be a part of episode 200, so we're looking forward to that. Thank you, Steve. Get in touch with him at Savage & Associates. They can help you out with investing, financial advisory. They just helped me, not him specifically, but somebody there just helped my dad with his Medicare supplement because he didn't get it 10 years ago when I told him to. The son tried to tell him to, but I was a 22-year-old punk who he didn't listen to.
And he still doesn't.
But this time he finally did. And so thank you guys over there. And they help out with insurance, health insurance. They help us out. So thank you guys. And then...
So the key was, it sounds like you got someone else to tell him to do it, and he finally did it.
Well, he listened to me, and I set up the meeting to do it, and he had to get it because he doesn't want to pay those 20% anymore.
Yeah, mental gymnastics of getting someone else to do it.
Right. And thank you. I will give this last one to Bear for our last sponsor here. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Anyone here have some problems with ladies, Parrot?
No, I'm all right now, honestly.
Yeah, that's not what I heard.
All right,
anyway,
well,
so
what you got for me, Bear?
If you were ever in a bind, and you needed some help, you work too much, your Bumble profile isn't up to par, not getting any likes on Tinder.
Oh, he'll have that Bumble profile going this weekend.
Says who?
So he may need some help updating it then. Datingtransformation.com. Connell Barrett at datingtransformation.com can find you the love of your life, even with no time. Your hard job that you may or may not have, if you can. Never mind, we won't go there. And help out your dating profile if needed. Datingtransformation.com. Reach out to Connell Barrett for a free consultation.
I will check that out. Thank you, sir.
All right, so random topic for the day since we've added this to it. There was something that came up that just absolutely pissed me off. So you saw the guy that had the beer sign at college football?
Yes.
And he's raised $1 million. $1 million for Iowa Children's Hospital. Mm-hmm. And so they came out today. I don't know if you saw this. I know you guys both probably did. I don't know if you did, Parrot Nelson. But so he had to come out and apologize for racist tweets that he sent when he was a teenager.
Are you serious?
What did they say? I saw he had to apologize. I saw he apologized.
He apologized. All I saw was he apologized for racist tweets. I don't know what he said. I didn't look, but I don't think we need to. But I think it's ridiculous. And my topic is, how shitty and ridiculous is society today? Are they butthurt? Are they a bunch of whiny bitches that we have to go back and find dirt on every single person, no matter the good things they did? This guy took a funny Busch Light sign, beer money, need beer money, turned it into $1 million for Children's Hospital.
Well, yeah, and that's the downfall of social media, is that when you're stupid and young and you say something, you're mad or whatever, you say something online, you're older, you have whatever you do, someone can go back and see what you did 10 years ago and then try to do. It's happened so many times in the world today. That's the big downfall of social media.
Yeah, I know. If you look at the Supreme Court, who just when he went through and had all that back stuff came through too. If you've got skeletons in your closet, privacy,
they're coming out.
Yeah, privacy doesn't exist anymore.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It's going to erase more and more. So
when that happened, what was it? That was big, a year and a half ago, when people started digging up old tweets. And that's about when it happened, right? 2 years. It's happened, but when it got big and everybody had something coming out, right? I even went back and looked, and I didn't have any racist, just a lot of stupid younger tweets on there of fuck that guy, screw that person, why, just dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you send out in a whatever light that you're in, that most people, and don't get me wrong, most people just send it out because they're just behind a keyboard, right? And you can type anything behind a keyboard. Mm-hmm. But the problem is that when people type certain things out, they do mean it, of, oh, I want to kill this person, or right. I really hate this person or people or whatever it may be. So the problem is that you have to take that seriously now, because everything, I shouldn't say everything, but things have been acted upon to where it happens. So unfortunately, yes, something that this dude sent out when he was 14 years old, probably just being a jackass with his friends when he had 3 followers and they were them. Yeah, it's great. And, something he probably forgot about 2 days later, didn't care about, moved on, and that was it.
Yeah. By the way, he was
unfortunate.
He was 16, and he was quoting the Comedy Central show, Tosh.0.
Oh, my God.
So that's even worse.
Yeah.
And so, this happened to me earlier.
So why doesn't Daniel Tosh have to apologize then?
This happened to me earlier this year at work. If you remember, I had to take something. Me just walking to the bathroom, heard somebody coming down and just made a comment. Had to take it serious. I ended up in court as a character witness, and that's just things that happen. And I remember one that sticks out to me that wasn't even a big deal. I said, "Fuck you, Thunder." And, I was quoting Ted.
Yes.
And then you said, "What do you have against Oklahoma City?" And, it was good. And I was like, gosh, I should watch things like that. And granted, I was quoting a movie, but I was pissed that day. And it's things you just got to remember not to say on social media.
Yeah. I think the other thing you got to think about, too, because these are, very public ones. I know, employers, they scour over people's profiles too. Mm-hmm. Yep. If you have this shit on your profiles, that's not going to be read good. You're probably screened out of all kinds of other opportunities too. So, and
that's the best part sometimes of Facebook. The Facebook memories or whatever the hell pops up. I can see some of that, when they bring up your old posts and everything, this is great. I can just delete all this crap and just get it right off of there.
Yeah.
But, that's what people should honestly go back and do. If you got some dumb stuff you sent 8, 9, 10 years ago, people change, right? Everyone was a whole different person.
My bad.
Dude, keep your wings to yourself.
Sorry, they got a little excited over here.
I'm going to send a mean tweet about that right now.
A racist tweet against parrots?
It would be like a It would be like a PETA hate tweet or something like that, you know?
Stereotype.
Yeah.
That is
Stereotyping
okay, though.
parents.
Anyone can hate on PETA. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's no bad PETA tweet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just one of those things that if you even look back, just look back and see what you got, you know? Go through, and it's a good check to go back through your Twitter, your Facebook, and just delete some of that stupid shit you had posted when you were, 14, 15, 16, don't even remember anymore, right?
Yeah, right.
Stuff that just pops up and you just ignore it nowadays because, you're right. That's what employers do now. And all it is you can go to anybody's Twitter right now, search, type a keyword, and every single time that word pops up, it pops up a tweet with something in there. So if you put in a racist slur or a curse word or anything with that person, it would pop right up and show 12 tweets on that. And people, that's how they nitpick, and that's how they find you. So if you don't delete that or have someone to do it, they're there. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
What about fake accounts that were putting your name?
Well, but that's why they do verified now, right?
Yeah,
so
they do verify
you can do
the
that.
names.
Okay.
That's, I mean, there's a lot of fake accounts out there.
I'm just looking at this and like,
What is your Twitter? What's your name there at the top?
oh, well, this is a fake Twitter account that was made in high school. Shit Jake Queen says. A couple of my buddies were in that.
What kind of tweets do you have on there?
I'll let you look through that if you want. I'm not gonna personally say anything.
Well, Justin, you have anything else on this?
Dick. That's the first one.
That's true, though. I mean, it's factual. It's nothing against it.
Yeah.
It's a verified tweet.
Yeah, I think, if you have any kind of skeletons in
By
your
the way,
closet,
I didn't say like 90%.
Why are you interrupting him?
Come on,
You're
man.
such a dick.
I'm sorry,
I was,
Justin.
I was listening to him.
Yeah. If you
He's
have
going
any
to get
kind,
shit on more later.
if you have any kind of skeletons in your closet, you just want to be a man up to it. I know if you look at my record, if you would pull it, there's some shit on there, and it's something I don't want to hide. I want to talk.
But you talk about it.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
talked about it. And I remember the first time you brought up one of the things, and people were like, what?
Yeah,
Shock people.
Yeah, because I think
Nothing drastic. He has not done anything bad. He's not a pedophile. He's not a sex offender. Nothing like that. No
Well,
assault and battery.
I'll own up to it right now. I do have a DUI on my record. And
Jake has 4 of them.
Okay, now that's actually false. I have 0.
Yeah. So it's not something I'm proud about, but I learned a lot from that. It's part of who I am.
Right.
So any of these
I can see you saying
opportunities,
all those things.
it's a chance for you to move forward. So I think that's what hopefully this guy can take, and he can move forward from too.
I thought you were talking about Parrot Nelson. You're talking about the guy we're talking about.
Parrot Nelson's screwed. At least this dude donated millions of dollars to the Iowa.
He's
Children's
donated his time to drive truck at night so that we can get to the next city. So thank you.
Yeah.
That's about what you're good for.
And he got
I'm
a Busch
the-
Light can.
I'm the Uvu driver.
The what?
The Uvu driver.
The hell is that?
I'll explain later, but it's the Uvu driver.
Okay. Anyway, Justin on the Twitter is the next thing. So live in studio here.
I want him to tweet it.
Well,
All right.
He can tweet it later.
Yeah. All right. So, what are some new potential careers for Antonio Brown?
Yeah, I like that.
School.
Didn't he enroll back at CMU?
Yeah.
Online classes.
Well, I wouldn't say job. I was going to say more or less jailbait because I figured that's the road he was going down until I saw him enroll in school.
Oh, his job will be prison, bitch.
So at least he's going back to school. So I have to give him a little bit of props for that.
There you go.
Let's see. He would probably make a really good cashier at McDonald's.
Yeah. Did you see that meme about that?
I got connections for that.
You do. He does. It said he signed the biggest contract ever with McDonald's, $17.50 an hour. So it's fantastic.
Let's see. What else could Antonio Brown do? Antonio Brown would be like he would be a great like the ball boys at the NBA games to wipe down the court. I think he'd do good at that. He's fast, right? He can run good routes. He could wipe down that court very well. It's almost
Okay,
NBA
I actually
season.
got something good here. What about the XFL next year?
XFL already said no.
Oh, did they?
Already said no.
Oh.
Did they?
Yep. Already
Wow.
said no.
Oh.
That's
Didn't know
how
that.
bad Antonio Brown is.
Wow, yeah. I thought maybe he could be a excellent sexual harassment trainer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be good at that.
Well, because he did that Masked Singer show last summer too, so he can be like the sexual harassment panda. Even.
I'm a sad panda.
Because he was a panda, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because who won that? T-Pain.
Yes, it
Normal
was.
T-Pain won that.
Uh-huh.
Regular singing T-Pain won.
Amazing
What's the
voice.
point? What was the point of the show?
Yeah, so
You were masked, and they gave you little hints about who it was under the mask, and it could have been anybody,
Yeah,
any
but
type
how'd
of
you
celebrity.
win?
They voted. There's judges like Ken Jeong, and
Yeah, well, I know that. Like, how do you win? Like, I don't get. I figured
they
it was
they
like,
had eliminations. Like people went against each other. So like Antonio Brown's the Panda
Yeah.
might have went against something else, and there's a reason they picked that character. Like he was a panda. I don't know why he said it's sexual panda.
yeah.
So the Masked Singer was won by a singer,
Yes, and that's
Yes.
possible.
and out of all people, everyone would know T-Pain's voice.
No.
Because- well, they're stupid because he has literally one of the most recognizable voices I think ever.
With
He did it-
auto-tune.
With auto-tune, yeah.
True.
It was without auto-tune.
I still could get it.
I don't think you would have.
Yeah,
I
well,
think I
if
could've.
you looked online during the season, there was a lot of people who did it.
I'm gonna watch it now, and
You
I'm
know,
gonna guess him on every person.
I did that last year.
There is one really easy one. It was the quarterback from the Steelers in the 70s.
Oh, Terry Bradshaw.
Bradshaw.
Yes, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, yep, that's Terry Bradshaw, 100% Terry.
No,
Bradshaw.
that's what I said too, and he just comes out just laughing. I'm like, yeah, it's Bradshaw.
Yeah.
And there was a few other people like Donny Osmond, I
Yep.
think was on there. He was
Uh-huh.
obviously a singer.
Yeah. Rumor Willis.
Rumor Willis, Tori Spelling.
Yep.
There's quite a few. There were some like that were non-singers that could sing really
Yeah.
well. T-Pain, like I knew it was T-Pain because I had heard like on YouTube a few years ago when he did it without auto-tune, and I'm like, that sounds like T-Pain, like you're saying, but he sounds completely different auto-tune to regular.
Did they have him sing a T-Pain song? That would be the ultimate.
No, they pick their songs they sing.
That's my point. If I was T-Pain, I'd sing a T-Pain song because who's gonna guess T-Pain?
This is true
See?
because he sang what buy you a drink. He sang that.
Well, that's
Like-
a T-Pain song.
No, he sang that later on after. But I'm saying he sang that one. That's the YouTube video I saw when he sang it without auto-tune. So it was pretty good. He could be like a host of a show, maybe. Like maybe the next Family Feud host after Steve Harvey, or Wheel of Fortune when Pat Sajak dies.
You gotta have some mental
Never
stability.
die.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he already did die.
Like Alex Trebek.
And him too. They're both just robots.
If Alex Trebek dies of cancer, because now it's back and he's in chemo again, but if he were to pass away, they have to get Will Ferrell
Yes.
to just play the character and just do it because he'd be so good.
Yeah. I think in some realistic ones, maybe the CFL.
Yeah, Canadian Football League could.
Yeah, it's possible.
Arena football.
That doesn't exist.
Really?
I think
Yeah, it definitely
I
does.
thought it folded.
I think it came back.
Did it again?
I think so.
Stat Bear is gonna figure it out. I can't remember if it came back.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I got one other one. Rugby too. There's that one player who came.
Oh no, he'd cry too much. He'd cry too much for
I don't
sure.
want to get hit.
Well, he wouldn't worry about having the right helmet.
It's so
Very
true. Oh, that was the home run earlier. Damn it. Is it still around, Bear?
Yeah, 2019 full games.
Okay.
Oh wait, this already happened this year. It looks like it was April 26, 2019.
You were wrong, Gary. How's it feel?
Okay.
Okay.
And then I just saw that too. Stipe is out probably for the rest of the year, but they want to book. Cormier wants to fight a third fight and retire after that, regardless of what happens.
That doesn't surprise me. He should just retire now.
Yeah.
No need.
Hopefully, we're out at a NASCAR race again and watch it on the phone on the way home with two drunk guys in the car in the Uber.
4 drunk guys in the car.
You mean
Well, but 2 were just absolutely annihilated. We were actually okay.
1 was absolutely annihilated. 3 were fine.
Yeah, you're probably right. Any other Justin on the Twitters, or is that it for this show?
That's it for this show.
All right. So, I like that question. Any other kind of jobs you think he could do as we wrap this up? Give me your top job for Antonio Brown.
Seat filler.
A ref.
I'm gonna go back to sexual harassment. That's my go-to one. It's winner.
I really like that, so I'm going to vote on that one too because that's really good.
Yeah,
So I have just sent a message to Stat Jeremy.
Oh, for the questions.
Jeremy for There's No Crying in Trivia,
Dun dun dun.
brought to you in part by the Rockford Peaches.
and Parrot still with 0 points.
Yeah, what do we got? Let's get an update on the points. Justin's going to pass the Parrot, and he's been here once. What's the point total here, Bear?
Let's see. So we have you at, that's a 5, 10, 15, 20, 28. I have 29.5. Shiv with an asterisk have 1. Parrot has 0.
All right, so now I had Justin there.
Yep.
All right, Justin, you can get out your phone. I trust you. So you can type it in your phone, your answers.
I need a piece of paper.
Of course you do. And a
Use
pen,
use
probably.
a napkin that's
Here,
right
can you
in
give me
front
that
of you.
pen?
Yep.
There's a pen. Reach your parrot wing and grab that pen. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? We're going to give a time limit here so we can keep this show rolling. You got 15 seconds. Well, depending on the question. Let me read it first and then we'll give a time limit. All right. Here we go. Which is the only Eastern Conference team to never make the NBA Finals? The Nets made it when they were in Jersey, so that eliminates them. And let's give it 30 seconds.
Eastern Conference Finals, right?
Yeah. Eastern Conference team to never make the NBA Finals.
Wait. Eastern Conference team
Which-
to never make the
which is the-
NBA Finals? I
Which
thought you
is
said
the only Eastern
Finals.
Conference team to never make the NBA Finals.
Never make the NBA Finals.
Right.
Got it.
I got my answer typed in.
So do I.
Everybody's got theirs. Just waiting on Justin. You don't have to type it, Justin. If they wrote theirs down, mine's wrote.
Got it.
We ready? All right, Justin, what do we got?
I know this is wrong, but I'm going to say Philly.
That is wrong.
Yeah.
I have the Charlotte Hornets / Bobcats.
Charlotte, okay.
I have the Atlanta Hawks.
Atlanta, and I have Milwaukee. So 4 different teams.
Yep.
Let's see what stat Jeremy comes back with.
You like my paper, by the way?
The Hawks were there in like the 70s, dude.
Here we go.
80s.
That's fine.
Charlotte, motherfucking Bear
Nice.
is correct. Nice job, Bear.
Thank you.
Next.
And they don't have Tony Parker this year anymore either, so they ain't going to make it this year either.
Or Kemba.
Charlotte.
Jordan's going to play again.
He might have to get him there.
All right. Here's the dreaded Yankees question. We'll see how I do.
Damn Yankees.
The top 5 players to hit home runs in a Yankee uniform are all the big Hall of Fame names from yesteryear, such as Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, and Yogi Berra. 6th place, though, is actually someone who played during our lifetime. Who is it?
How much older than he is me?
Our lifetime. He's a little older than us.
So that's number 6 in Yankees
Yes.
home run all time.
Yep.
Got it.
Got it.
Are we thinking my lifetime, too?
Yes. Well, maybe. You may have been born.
I feel like this is a trick question.
I do too.
I just got his last name. I can't think of his first name, so.
Well, it depends on the last name.
It's a pretty original one, so.
Okay.
I can give you some more details about the guy. Well, I got it now, actually, so.
All right. So we've got A-Rod over here.
A-Rod.
That was mine as well.
That's why I read yours. A-Rod.
Yes, I'm going to go A-Rod.
I'm going Bernie Williams.
Yep. I don't think that's right, but yep. I think Paul O'Neill probably had more
Paul
homers than
O'Neill.
Bernie Williams.
Paul O'Neill's a good one. I thought about that. Jeter could be a trick one because he played 20 damn years. Bernie, A-Rod, A-Rod, A-Rod. And he'll probably come back and say, yeah, it's A-Rod. Motherfucker.
It's going to be like Jorge Posada.
Probably.
I believe Jeremy is a Cincinnati Reds fan, so I
He
can see
is.
him going with the O'Neill one for that reference.
He very well could. A-Rod. 351.
Nice.
Yes!
On the board.
Bernie was second.
Got a point.
Was it? Seventh, right?
Second.
Can we, you have any, fireworks or anything for him getting his first point?
Hey, it's only my second week, so it hasn't been that long.
Maybe to the wrestling trivia, I guess.
Oh, it's not. That's where it gets scary.
A-Rod, A-Rod, A-Rod. That just seemed like too obvious to me, but
Yeah.
obviously it's wrong.
That's why I thought it was a trick question. But
Yeah.
you got to go with your gut.
Right. Last one. Fitzmagic has seemingly fizzled, sadly, so I better ask a question about him before he disappears from the league. How many teams has Ryan Fitzpatrick played for in his NFL career?
I got this one.
Do you?
Yeah. I remember hearing this, and so,
Shot in the dark on this one, guessing on a number.
yeah.
Give me your number.
6.
6.
I said 7. Parrot?
I'm saying 10.
Okay,
It might be 7, though, with the
Not
new
giving
team
him
this
a
year.
point.
7, 6, 6, 10. Closest gets the point. So if it's 8, I win. If it's 9, you win. If it's 6 or under, they win.
Yeah.
So that's pretty simple.
It might have been 6 when
I may be falling back, dude.
You already are.
What am I, 3.5 out now?
Yep.
Damn it.
I already got the first 2. You need this one.
It's probably 6. It'll be 4.5 out.
Tampa, Miami, the Jets, I think, maybe.
Yep.
Bengals.
That's 4. I'm trying to
He
think.
started the whole year for the Bengals.
Really?
Palmer went down.
Oh, that was back.
He read it, but he hasn't typed 8. Yes.
Damn it.
8.
Yes. Rams, Bengals, Bills, Titans, Texans, Jets, Bucks, and Dolphins. Whoever said 7 gets the point.
All right.
So now I'm only 2.5 out. That's good. Nice job. Let me know when we want to do some wrestling. All right. So thank you, Stat Jeremy. He always has amazing questions.
Yes,
I love
yeah.
his questions.
I know. I get emails from him every once in a while, and he always has the most interesting questions and the most
Yeah.
thought-provoking ones, too.
It's great. So now we're on to NASCAR.
NASCAR.
So we'll give the up. You want to pull up the playoff standings?
Yeah, I got him right now.
All right,
actually.
perfect. Well, I will give our standings. So last week, Brandon had Denny Hamlin, who finished 3rd. Bear had Logano, finished 11th. So 2 weeks in a row, you guys finished 3rd and 11th.
Solid.
He has 2 3s. You have 2 11s. I finished 6th this week and 9th last week. So Bear's other numbers.
Nice.
So the current standings, I'm at 14.5, Brandon at 14.8, Bear at 15.5. So I total am at 407 for the year. Brandon at 413, only 6 points behind. And Bear, you are at 435, so 28 behind. Still not bad.
Oh, that's still a race.
This week we're at the Roval. We'll talk a little bit more about that. It's only the second race at the Roval. It's at Charlotte Motor Speedway, where they kind of make it a road course and go through the infield, out and use part of the track, and they come back through. It's actually really neat. But what are the updated? So who are the guys that are? We know Truex is in.
Yep.
Who else is in? Guaranteed.
Well, I don't know.
If they're 60 points ahead, they're gold.
60 points ahead, they're gold.
If they're 60 points ahead of 12th or
Okay.
of the cut line.
Yes. So Truex obviously is leading with 2 wins. Harvick is in second. He is 69 points ahead.
Beautiful. He's in.
Kyle is third. He's 66 points ahead.
He's in.
Keslow is fourth at 55 points ahead.
He's pretty much in because I think the most points you can get is like 50.
Hamlin is fifth with 54 points ahead, so give it
He's
to
in.
him.
Yep.
Logano is sixth with 50 points ahead,
He's
so we'll
in.
give it to him. So
Yep.
now this is where it gets fun. So Chase is in seventh, 37 points ahead.
Ooh.
Pretty solid, though.
But I mean, if he finishes last, though,
but you got to get a lot of luck. Right?
yeah, the other guys behind him got to finish, in the top 2.
And then it starts to get fun. So Larson's in eighth, 25 points ahead.
That's close.
Newman is in ninth, 14 points ahead.
Wow.
Ryan Blaney is in 10th, 8 points ahead.
Wow.
Amarola in 11th, 3 points ahead. Byron in 12th right now, 2 points ahead.
Of Bowman, who's 13th, right?
Bowman is 13th, 2 points back. Boyer is 14th, 4 points back. Kurt Busch is 15th, 14 points back. And Eric Jones is all but out of it, 45 points back right now in last place.
Because he got disqualified this past week. It's the first time it's happened in the Cup Series where a driver has been disqualified. He failed. Now the new rules, if you fail post-race inspection, you get disqualified from the race. So he has to win this week.
He doesn't have a choice.
He has to win to get in. It's not. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think it will. He races well at the Roval the last time he was there. But to get to our picks, so Brandon is taking Clint Boyer, who is a few points out. And my driver is actually Kurt Busch, who also I think needs a win to get in there. They both raced well there last year, so those are our 2 picks.
And I'm taking Ryan Blaney, who won last year, who's only 8 points up, so he has to pull another performance like that to stay there. And I almost, I was on the edge of Boyer and Blaney, and once you said Brandon took him, I went the opposite way.
Okay. So you guys are celebrity guest people. You can't pick Kyle Busch again, Parrott. You picked him once already for the playoffs, so you need a new driver.
Elliott.
Chase Elliott. All right. What do you got?
Brandon's favorite, Kyle Busch.
I like Douche McDoucherson, as he calls him.
Love it.
So if you've not seen this race, it's on Sunday, correct?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss it. Jeez, I almost just died right there. I almost had to have Parrott give me CPR with his little wings. Yeah, I watched it last year because it was the first time, and it was Awesome.
Was it fun?
Loved it.
I didn't get to see it. I think we were gone, and we didn't get back until late on the farm tour, and we're going to be gone again, but we're actually in Reynoldsburg's where we end, so we're 3 hours from home, which is nice, and Justin's 30 minutes from home.
Yeah.
Once we finish the show.
5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it's 2:30 on Sunday.
okay, so we'll catch that. Dallas is on Sunday night this week, right?
Yes,
when we get into pro.
I'm hoping that I'll still be close enough to shore where they'll still have cable for 3 hours. If not, I might have to already break into that effing Wi-Fi package I'll have to pay for so I can at least listen to the Cowboys on Sirius, which I did this last Sunday when I was in Cleveland.
And Bear is actually gone next week, so it'll be me and the Parrot,
Yep.
and then maybe Ryan. We'll see. It depends if we change the day, but we probably won't because I'll plug it again. Joker comes out Thursday. My ass will be planted in a theater somewhere. The first showing is at 4 o'clock on Thursday. Movie opens Friday, but the first showing now is 4 o'clock on Thursday. So
Normally they don't open until midnight, right?
Well, now, lately it's been 6 has been the first one, 6 p.m. But now it is 4 p.m.
Why don't they just put it on a Wednesday then at that point?
There's big controversy behind that movie because of the mental health thing and the mass shootings and everything, and they're not actually showing it in Aurora where the shooting took place when Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight came out. So pretty interesting. Looks good. Again, I'm going to see it that day. I'm looking forward to it. We're probably going to record Wednesday, so Parrot, it might be me and you, so please come here, not with ganja, but just ready to roll, and we'll be good to go. Thank you, Parrot.
Yeah, and I'll have all my stuff in to you. You just text it to me throughout, or
I'll probably text it to you Monday or Facebook Messenger.
Me, please. Yes, I don't think I'll get texts.
I'll probably send it on Monday because the standings will be out for college and the lines, and I'll just send it to you Monday so you have it and you're ready to go.
At least do it Tuesday because I don't think the NFL lines will be out.
Well, they don't put the line. We don't do the lines for NFL.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We do straight up.
Well, so what if something happens? What if Dalton has a great game and I want to pick Cincy for the next week?
Right.
It's not going to happen. But what if he does?
Then I'll send it Tuesday. All right.
Going to light up the Steelers.
So
by the way, one more thing on NASCAR.
Yeah, go ahead.
I noticed it's the Monster Energy Series.
Yes.
How often do they change the sponsorship of
so
the series?
That actually is changing next year. They're doing a whole different thing. So it
already?
Well, there's a reason.
I feel like it was the Winston Cup for 90 years.
It was Winston Cup.
What I remember.
It was Winston, and then it was Nextel, but Sprint bought Nextel, so it went to Sprint, and then it was Monster Energy. Now they're doing a tiered system, so there's not really a sponsor of the series. They get to sponsor segments of the season, which actually they're going to get more money out of, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's smart because NASCAR, as we know, is losing a lot of viewership. They have over the years. They don't have and honestly, I'll sit there. Yes, Kyle Busch is my favorite driver, but he is one of those guys that keeps them going because people hate him, and he's that good. And Chase Elliott is basically the Dale Earnhardt of today, the Dale Earnhardt Jr., the Dale Earnhardt. He's a fan favorite. But you don't hear his name like you do Junior or Senior or Gordon or Jimmy or any of that. So there's not really a guy that comes up that is a fan favorite that can beat Kyle Busch.
So it's just a money grab.
It is.
Yeah.
And there's no we watched the last several races. Kyle Busch at Bristol dropped back to 34th and came up and was leading the damn race.
He's down 2 laps, yeah.
Right. And then last week, not at Richmond, but the first race, Darlington, and
down 2 laps again.
Brandon's like, oh, shitting all over him, and he finished 11th, I think, or 19th or whatever you said.
Yeah,
but he was up in the top 5, and then his car was
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Yeah.
And he still gets. I'm like, Brandon argues with us Brandon, is he the greatest driver today? No. Yeah. We're like, tell us why. Well, he races Cup, he'll do Cup, and he does trucks, and he'll do Xfinity, and he's just dominating the little guys. And I'm like, dude, they're all different setups. They're all different cars. A truck is a fucking truck. What do you want this guy to do?
Yeah. You know what's actually it's about tickets for a motorsports event for my kids. It's the monster trucks.
Oh, Monster Jam?
That is a fucking series.
Yeah,
we watched
that's
YouTube
fun.
shows of it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I love the champion voice of the Scooby-Doo car, actually, too. So, yes, yeah. It just made me remind that there was also a Monster car, because Monster seems to be sponsoring everything.
Monster is in everything.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm waiting for? Bang Energy is going to start sponsoring shit.
Really?
I think they will.
Wow.
Now,
I don't know if they got that much money.
They gave all their third quarter profits to the Trump re-election campaign.
Really?
Yeah, third quarter profits.
That's an interesting thing to give away to.
When you think about it, though, it makes sense as a big business like that. When he and his administration dropped the tax bracket for businesses from 38% down to 21 max, makes sense.
Yeah.
But why would you give it all to them?
And especially with his questionable ethics
Yes.
of just doing.
But so many businesses are giving, like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, all these businesses are like Taco Bell, Yum brands, which is Pepsi and all that. They're all supporting for obvious reasons. It's all the business. Mm-hmm. So he knew what he was doing to try to get that grasp. But he obviously, with standard people, is not good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look that up. And did you know that Bang is actually owned by a pharmaceutical company?
I did not know.
Vital Pharmaceuticals owns Bang Energy.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it makes me not want to drink it even more.
I wonder, because how much money are they going to be losing if they were part of the whole opioid?
Well, the thing is, they came up with super creatine. So if anybody that takes creatine, the whole thing behind creatine is you're supposed to take it not as a powder and in a drink because it dissolves and you lose some of the acidity and everything in creatine. So they found a way and they patented that super creatine that it doesn't dissolve and you still get all the stuff from creatine when you're drinking their energy drink. So pretty neat it makes sense when you're a fucking pharmaceutical company, because I'm reading it. I was just reading the can one day because like Monster always had fun shit on their cans. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is owned by Vital Pharmaceutical. Who the fuck is this? And they're a pharmaceutical company. So Bang actually came out. Give me the year it came out.
2014.
2003.
2010.
2004.
Really?
It's been around that long.
I would never have guessed that because I literally have just seen it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become big this year.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm trying to look at see how much their money or their intake revenue is.
I can't do those energy drinks in general. I feel like I start shaking immediately after I drink one.
No, I'm good with coffee.
Right.
I used to. And it wasn't even the real monsters, because you're right. I do that. Like those normal monsters, you'd have one of those, you'd be like, what the hell? It's the rehabs. I can do those every once in a while. They're a little bit less, I think, less caffeinated. There's still shit and bad stuff in there, but not as bad.
Yeah. I think I've seen Gary basically bong the coffee ones.
Yeah.
I don't know how you drink that many.
Well, I don't drink those. I usually, because there's a lot of there's 300 calories in them, and it's a lot of shit. So now I drink the Bang because there's no sugar, no calories, none of that shit. But
do you remember the Monster Protein?
Yes.
I think they still have those. I mean, not to get too grody on that, but you could have one of those and literally in 20 minutes you'd be shitting. I mean, you know how it is with coffee, right? You give it about an hour, you let it work through you, you're good. But, dude, those things, it was like, oh, man, what's in that? It was like 30 grams of protein.
Wow.
Rough.
Did you have to chew it?
Yeah, almost. There was one of, I think it was a vanilla one, and it just tasted like chalk. I'm like, yeah, no. You found it was like the mocha one, and that was the only one with like half decent flavor. It was literally like a milkshake in a can, but it was enough to where you could barely sip it down.
Yeah.
So in 2018 November, so growth in millions. Okay, Bang grew and sold 36 million. Red Bull sold 26, Monster 23.
Wow.
In growth, growth to their business.
All right, so I think we need to come up with an energy drink. We all agree on that?
An energy drink?
Yeah.
Like the name of our...
No, we don't. We can't let the whole fucking world know. We got to create this, and we create millions.
Well, we need a flavor then. We'll come up with a name later. Maybe like 69 times.
Whatever Bang is backwards.
Ganab. Ganab.
Bang bang.
And silent.
Bang
Nab. What do you got? Would it be like a ganja energy drink?
Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? It's quite contradictory.
There is a Bob Ross energy drink.
What?
I'm sure there's a lot of energy in that.
No,
it makes you want to paint happy trees.
Yes, yeah. So I think it's a money grab by the Bob Ross family because they're actually getting money off of it too. But
I wonder how much money they make off of PBS still at the show on there. I bet they make a shit ton of money.
Because he's still painting those happy trees.
You know he was like a Marine or something like that?
Yeah.
He's a badass dude.
See over here, you see these mountains. These trees and that glacier.
You see these little trees? We're gonna put a little tree out here.
And we're gonna see the bird, little bird here.
Give it a little bit of love, paint it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good. No.
Got a happy tree.
Are you asleep? No, wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
So
don't like that.
Right. So in baseball, let's go to baseball real quick. Yankees have clinched. Astros have clinched in the AL. In the NL, Braves, Cardinals, Dodgers all clinched. Nationals are the only wild card team to clinch. The Cubs have fallen apart. They are done. They are now...
They lost 7 in a row, I think.
7 in a row. Milwaukee's won 5 in a row, so you can basically give that to Milwaukee with 87 wins. They are ahead by 5 games in wild card. It's theirs.
Yeah. Now, aren't they losing one of their best players?
They did, Yelich.
Yeah, Yelich. Yeah,
and they've been playing better without him.
Really?
Yeah, they've done phenomenal without him. So right now, the Rays, Tampa Bay Rays, have played one more game than the Indians, and they're a half game up. They have one win more. Right now, the Rays are up 2-0. Indians, what are they doing? Do you have anything?
They don't play till 8.
Okay.
They're playing in Chicago, so they're an hour behind.
So it's going to come down. All 3 of them are within a game. So Cleveland's a game behind Oakland and a half game behind Tampa.
Detroit is beating the Twins right now, by the way. And the Twins just need – they're up 4 with 5 to go. They just need to win 2 games, and they're in no matter what Cleveland does. But they're losing to Detroit right now.
And Milwaukee's beating the Reds 8-2, so you can count them in. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Hey, look who's coming back to football, Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I was going to get there when we went to the football.
Yeah.
And, we can segue into it because baseball's done. So we're going to segue into NCAA, if you are ready for that. Are you ready?
Do you already have dubs written in?
I do.
Okay.
So last week in college football, Bear and Brandon were 9-2, and Parrot, Nelson, and myself were 8-3. So Nelson and me lost on the Georgia Notre Dame game, 12.5. I think they won by 8.
6. 8.
Okay, we lost on that. Parrot Nelson lost on Vandy and LSU.
LSU blew the shit out of them.
But you were the only one to win Michigan State over Northwest. They blew the shit out of Northwest, and that's what we said. Yeah. They show up or they don't.
F'd my parlay.
Yep. And you were the only one to get USC as well. Really? So you did well. Except you took Tennessee against Florida.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I said that, I knew it was.
And then
easiest. Dude, they were a 13-point favorite. They ended at easiest bet of the day.
So
at home.
The only difference that we had, the 3 of us, me, you, and Brandon, was Georgia Notre Dame. Yep. So that was the swing game. But that's great for us. So overall standings right now, Brandon is at 29-13-2. Bear is at 27-15-2, and I'm at 24-18-2. So we're doing better than last year because I know I was floating under 500 for a long time.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
If I recall correctly, and I think I do, last year we all started hot. I started the hottest.
I didn't start hot. I was bad.
I remember starting on fire, and then after that, maybe week 4 or 5, I just dropped.
What? And while we talk about this, and you continue, I'm going to actually pull up last year's shit because you fell off the map.
Yeah,
because I do still have it. NCAA and NFL picks. I do have it for last year. So I just got to go back to the beginning of the season. So give me a second on my happy click list. And actually, we didn't start putting it in until week 6. But here, this just shows you week 6 for us.
I see a lot of reds. I don't even.
You and I were 2-8, and Brandon was 5-5.
All right, let's move back to current now. I don't live in the past.
Can't live in the past.
That's where Brandon won one of his titles. Because right now, pod championships, I have 7. Brandon has 2. Bear doesn't have one yet, but he will. And yeah, and then you got an honorary title because you were given Joey Logano because all of us took somebody. All our 3 guys made it to the final that we picked, and I think we picked our guys.
Before I stopped coming, I was beating you guys in NASCAR too.
You're right. He was.
And I'm still kicking your butt in DraftKings, so the last 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Call me when you actually make money.
That's right.
I have the last 2 weeks.
You remind me. I got to add you to this.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, you fucking parrot.
What do you like, a cookie?
No, he wants a fucking cracker.
A cracker.
Watch out, he'll get you a brownie.
I want a saltine cracker.
No, fuck you. All right, so here we go. Clemson at North Carolina. The line is 28.5. Clemson is favored by. So how we do this, Justin, North Carolina starts out the game 28.5 to nothing. So we're on the horn. Parrot, who you taking?
Clemson wins.
You can ask the Clemson.
Clemson covers.
Thank you.
Jesus.
North Carolina is playing decent ball. Clemson, Trevor Lawrence looks like shit, but they haven't played anybody. By the way, who is the only top 10 team left that plays no ranked teams the rest of the year?
Clemson. Yeah, everybody else plays 2, 3, or 4.
Ohio State plays 5. 4. Alabama play 5.
Who's
no, someone dropped
4?
out.
Yeah.
It was 5. That's what happens when you change every week, so I could change. So, yeah, it was 4. I think Alabama plays 4. LSU plays 3. So, a lot of those top teams still have a lot going. 28.5 though in North Carolina. I think Mac Brown is going to keep this close. They're going to lose, but it'll be 2 touchdowns, not 4. So give me North Carolina with the points.
I'm taking North Carolina too.
I am also taking North Carolina. So Parrott, I mean, when you go by yourself, you were 2-1 last week by yourself. So you outsmarted us.
I'm picking that and support my good friend Alex, who was at every Texas game.
Yeah.
Mac Brown used to be coached for Texas. So
Yes, Alex, missed that
that
guy. All right, next we've got Alabama home against Mississippi. They are a 32.5-point favorite. Brandon took Mississippi in the points. I think he's way off here. Give me Alabama.
That's what I'm going with too. Alabama.
Ole Miss is not good. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not going to go against Saban.
No, not at home. Not at home.
All right, and Georgia and LSU are both off, so we've got now Ohio State. I hate these points here. At Nebraska, 15.
Ooh.
Brandon has Nebraska.
15.
The game's going to start off close, and Ohio State's going to blow them out in the second half.
That's what I'm thinking,
I'm
too.
going to think Ohio State's going to end up beating them like 52-27 or something like that.
I like that.
I think Adrian Martinez is going to come out swinging, but I think that defense is better, and I'm hoping that's less than 27. But I'll tell you what, man, after that minor, mini, tiny, the smallest scare going down 5-0 and then putting up 76 straight points, Justin Fields didn't even play the second half.
Yeah.
So,
And he had, 6 touchdowns in the second quarter? He was
second
accounted
quarter,
for?
yes.
Yeah, in the second
alone,
quarter
which
alone.
is a record. Give me Ohio State, pulls away in the second half, ends up blowing out Nebraska, which I'll be watching in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Nice. The defense this year, it's not like they have that many new names, but they just have a fire under them. And the scheming, I think the coaches are all a little more lit this year too. So
Getting Madison and Al Washington. Al Washington, I think, is bigger than Madison because those linebackers sucked last year. Mm-hmm. And you see the improvement that they do covering running backs.
Because he came from
in
Michigan?
coverage. Yeah, they're both from Michigan.
Yeah.
So I think that was the biggest one. And don't get me wrong, I mean, Madison's he's a hell of a coach. Look what Michigan did forever. So getting Washington, though, is big because our linebackers were just horrendous. So
Right.
yeah, and I think having one solid back, giving Dobbins the ball, feeding him, he gets in a rhythm. The line can block like they do all the time, and not have to switch it up for the 2 different players. So it's But with all that said, it's what is the game time?
7:30. It's a night game.
Night game.
Yeah. Those are always. That's the Purdue games. Those are the Illinois games. Those are the games.
This is that trap game Ohio State always has.
Yeah, this is pretty early in the season. Usually middle of the season.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. And
national championship year, they lost early to VTech.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I was at the hospital for my I think my daughter getting born, and
that sounds about right.
Yes, it was miserable. But with all that being said, I'm going to go with Bucks to cover.
And by the way, they play back at home next week against Michigan State. I don't think they're looking ahead to that. Just FYI.
What do you got, Parrott?
Ohio State blows them out.
All right, so Dub is the only one from Nebraska.
I'm saying Buckeyes by 21.
Ooh, I like it. All right, next, Oklahoma at home, 23 points against Texas Tech. Brandon has Oklahoma, so do I.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma and the over. I don't know what it is, but give me the over.
Let's find out what it is.
Sooners.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner.
I'm taking Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts will look amazing.
Yes, he has the biggest chip on his shoulder I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because did they play last week? I don't know if they played last week, but they...
No, is it 2 weeks ago? I think I'm thinking of UCLA when they played.
They were off last week, so he's still... The same stat that we mentioned last week has accounted for more touchdowns, 13, than incompletions, 12.
Yeah.
Unfucking real.
And the way he just did this is the way a man handles their fucking business.
Right.
He didn't complain about not getting it. There wasn't that much noise. He was just a good teammate during this whole thing. So.
Yeah, he was a very good teammate. Got his ring. He doesn't give a shit. A few years ago, he didn't win it last year, but he transferred. And he's just he just wants to be that 3 or 4 seed and play Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he wants. And I would love to see that.
Uh-huh.
I think in our final, let's see, we've got, do any of us have Bama and Oklahoma? B-Dub does. And I have Alabama, Ohio State. So that's possible. Dub's lineup's looking good. My Texas team's out. Notre Dame's out pretty much.
No, I wouldn't say that. They lost to Georgia at home by 1 score. They're not out. If they got blown out, they'd be out. If they lost to Notre Dame, they'd be out. They didn't.
If Notre Dame lost to Notre Dame?
Yeah, I'm saying if they lost to Georgia in Notre Dame, I think they'd be out. But they lost on the road. Their defense played great. Offense was shaky. Georgia's a really good team. And they only lost by 1 score. Mm-hmm. And they had a chance to stop Georgia, and they couldn't on 3rd and 8, I think it was, if I remember correctly. Brandon would definitely know. But they had a chance, and I think they gave up a little screen pass for 12 that obviously would have resulted in a punt if they wouldn't have gotten it. So they were there and had a potential chance to go down if they would have stopped there and tied it. So only losing by 1 score on the road does not. But obviously, no conference title, you can't lose again. You got to remember, they still got USC. I mean, they have tough games coming up.
USC's tough, even with that third-string quarterback.
And you're missing, on October 5th, Notre Dame plays Bowling Green.
Ooh, never mind. That is the toughest game that they have left.
Who else do they have?
Yeah.
Who does Brandon root for in that? Is Alma?
No.
Yeah.
Do we root for our alma mater?
Yeah.
I don't root for my alma mater, Michigan State or Toledo, when they play Ohio State, unless Michigan State's looking better in the playoffs.
So they've got Bowling Green, USC, Michigan.
Michigan could beat them.
Michigan.
Virginia Tech.
Tech, solid.
Duke. Navy. Boston College.
No.
And Stanford.
No. So USC and Vatech's okay, but USC and Michigan are their toughest game. And they're back-to-back weeks, right?
Yeah.
Where are they at for those?
Don't see that one.
Home or away? At or versus?
Yeah, it doesn't even say that.
It doesn't even say that?
No.
Well, that sucks.
That's what their rankings are. So you have to using Google. Damn you, Google.
Damn you, Google.
I hate you.
So, I don't, I still think that it's going to be Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, and I think Oklahoma's going to get there. I don't see, Texas is the rivalry game, but those 4 teams look like those are the teams that are going to get there.
Clemson's there.
Yeah.
So they just don't play anybody else. They're there.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and Wisconsin looked great against Michigan, but
and Ohio State plays Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're going to eliminate each other.
70.5 is the over/under for Oklahoma and Texas Tech.
Take the over.
And what was our number? What was the line?
23.
Bovada has them at 27.
So they moved it up because I pulled this Monday.
Okay, so I'm going to take 27 and over 70.5. I can't do an in-game parlay. Shit. All right, I'll just bet $5 on both.
You know what? It's going to be
When
hard.
do they play? Sorry.
Noon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Georgia and LSU to get knocked out, too. I'd imagine with this many teams up in the SEC, there's going to be 2 from the SEC and getting them there.
Shit. Twins just hit a homer. They're up 2-1.
Here we go. Cleveland.
Uh-oh, I don't like that. That's gone.
Gone.
Bottom of the first, 3 hits. Luckily, there's only 1 run. All right, next game. Auburn at home versus Mississippi State, 9 points. Brandon has Auburn, so do I.
You said 9 points?
I'm going to take Auburn as well.
Yep.
And at home, you said, at Auburn?
Yeah, you can give me Auburn by 10. It'll be close.
Yeah, I'm going to go Auburn, too.
It says Auburn trap game written all over it.
I'm going to say 14 for them.
Yeah, I was thinking like 3 touchdowns on this one, but we'll see. Wisconsin, 23 points at home against Northwestern.
Ooh.
Michigan State just beat the shit out of them, so give me Wisconsin by like 40.
Yeah, Wisconsin coming off a big win at Michigan. Yeah. Northwestern looking like shit at home against Michigan State. Yeah, I think Wisconsin's going to win about 42-7.
I don't know. If Wisconsin runs the ball, it can be hard for them to cover that much. But they do want to get that quarterback some game time to get him some throws. All that being said, I'm going to go Northwestern still.
You are?
Yep.
All right.
Badgers.
All right, next game. Florida against, is it Towson? How do you say it properly?
I would think Towson.
Towson.
Towson?
Towson.
Sure.
All right, 45 points. Brandon's got Florida. Give me Florida.
Is Towson FCS, I think?
Yes.
Yeah. Florida's going to win like, what'd you say it was? 45.
45.
Of course, because
they don't have Felipe Franks either.
My first thought was 52-7. So that's 45.
Well, one of the lines last week or 2 weeks ago was a half a point win. I mean, these guys are so close on these calls.
I'm gonna go Florida 52-6. Towson will miss the extra point to give me my 46, not 45. How about that?
There you go.
Because I'm thinking I'm gonna tie this one, honestly.
Yes, I don't like to say
How about this? If I get 52-7 correct, you give me the win. Even though I tie on the line, I want the W. If I get, it has to be 52-7.
Oh, if you get 52-7 right, I'll give you the win.
Thank you.
I'll give you a fucking bonus point if you get that.
Give me that teaser half point. Thanks.
I'm gonna go with Gators.
Parrot?
I'm gonna go opposite. I think let's go the House or whatever the hell they are covers.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Notre Dame at home to Virginia. Brandon has Virginia. Notre Dame win.
Points. I didn't hear that.
11.
11.
11?
Give me Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
I don't know, man. Virginia's tough. Is this what time's the game? Is it a night game? 3:30 game probably, or 2:30 or whatever Notre Dame does.
It's the time you go to the dentist. 2:30?
3:30 game, by the way. Give me Virginia. I like Virginia I think Notre Dame wins, but I think Virginia covers.
I don't know much about Virginia. All right, so,
18th in the country.
yeah, I know that, but like offense, defense, what's their specialty?
They
Winning.
I don't know. I haven't watched Virginia either, to be honest with you. Let's say good all-around team.
What a very generic answer.
So, man, we're going
I could be on ESPN. They're a great all-around squad.
The good thing is we're going to be near Columbus when we're trying to watch that Buckeye game. I brought my Buckeye polo for Saturday night.
Perfect.
When we watch a game.
You're all set. Yeah. I hate the fucking Irish. Yeah, I'm thinking Virginia.
There you go.
All right. Michigan, 29 against Rutgers.
God.
Ooh,
Brandon has Michigan.
the Scarlet Knights.
Rutgers.
I think Michigan's going to blow the doors off of them. They have to. If they don't cover this, yikes.
Yeah.
What's Rutgers' record now?
I think they're 1-3.
I'm going to go find this out.
What's it going to take for Harbaugh to be fired?
Lose to
Lose
Ohio
to
State.
Rutgers.
Lose to Rutgers.
Lose to all the ranked teams this year.
Yes. I believe the one guy you've had call in here before, he's a big Rutgers fan. Yes.
That fake Francesca.
Yes. Giant Rutgers fan.
It's at Michigan, and Patterson's probable, which means he's probably going to play.
Ugh.
They're better off with McCaffrey.
McCaffrey isn't. See him to get his head taken off?
Yeah. Just for fake Francesca, I'm taking Rutgers.
I could see them losing by 4 touchdowns.
I could see them lose. Who, Rutgers?
Yeah.
I could see them losing by 10 touchdowns, but
Well, I'm saying
they're 1
that-
and 2. They've won by here.
That's my point, though. I'm saying they lose by 4 touchdowns. You
They,
cover.
they lost by 30 at Iowa, lost by 14 against Boston College, won by 27 against Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah. I'm going to take Michigan. They're going to bounce back. That was an embarrassing performance they put up. So even Harbaugh's going to have to get them fired up. But
They have to bounce back. They don't have a choice.
yeah, just to make the game mean something. I just want them to win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to click this because I want to see against the spread what their records are.
This year?
Rutgers is 1 and 2 against the spread. Michigan is 0 and 3.
Yep. There you go. That's a good pick, then.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's
They
a
might get
trend,
their first
buddy.
win.
That's why I get to put my faith in Michigan.
Yeah. So you've got Michigan. All you guys are taking Michigan,
I took Rutgers.
or you took Rutgers. Rutgers for the Parrot, Michigan for Justin. All right. Michigan State home against Indiana, 2 touchdowns.
I don't like
Another
2
trap game.
touchdowns.
Because, like I said, you know, I don't even have to watch Michigan State. I can just tell you that they either show up or they don't show up at all. There's no in between.
And they're going to have to score points because Indiana's going to.
Oh, yeah. And is their quarterback back?
I'm gonna take
I don't
Indiana
know.
on the points. Michigan State wins.
Michigan State is 2 and 2 against the spread, and so is Indiana.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
Indiana's 3 and 1. They beat Connecticut 38-3, lost to Ohio State 51-10, and that was at Indiana. beat EIU 52-0 and beat Ball State 34-24.
Dude,
What Ohio State beat them by?
51-6.
Michigan State.
51-10.
Michigan State got beat by Arizona State.
Yeah, they did last year too.
Yeah, 10-7. 14 is just a dirty number.
I'm taking Michigan State.
I'm going to take Michigan State, too.
Brandon's taking Indiana.
I'm taking Michigan State.
Parrott.
I said Indiana.
Hoosier.
All right, last game. USC. I fucked this up earlier, but Brandon, you saw his thing. He said, fuck that. So USC is at Washington, and they're 9.5-point dogs, so they're getting 9.5 to start. Brandon took Washington. I'm taking USC. I think they could pull it outright.
In Washington?
In Washington. I think they're going to keep it close, but give me USC. I wouldn't be shocked if they won.
Yeah, give me USC. I like 9.5 there. That's a good number.
Yep. Parrott?
Yeah. SC.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think USC can pull it out straight even.
All right, this is a bonus one. I don't know if you want to write it down or not.
Let's do it.
Bovada line, not ESPN line. BYU at Toledo.
Oh, Toledo. I almost put this in.
Noon game.
All right.
In Toledo.
Hold
A
on.
lot of teams, a lot of good teams have lost in Toledo.
What's the line?
At the Glass Bowl.
Rockets are a 2.5-point dog at home.
That's it.
2.5-point dog at home. BYU just got their asses whipped by Washington, by the way, on the West Coast, coming and playing a 9 a.m. West Coast game. Remember that. 9 a.m. That's what they're used to. Noon game for Toledo. 60.5 over-under. Rockets 2.5-point dog. Glass Bowl is going to be rocking. I wish I could be there. Hopefully I can
Well,
watch
let's get it from
this on
Brandon
the
what he
plane.
wants, too.
I'll text him. If he doesn't get it, he can get it in later this week.
Give me Toledo.
I'm taking Toledo outright, man. I think they upset BYU.
Now I'm taking BYU.
Toledo. The Rockets.
Fucking Falcon over there just going against.
That's right.
Yeah, dick.
Fuck
All right.
Toledo. Smells up here.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so we can go on to, while you're finding that out from Brandon, let's go back because how far are we in? We're an hour in, so let's go back and thank some of our sponsors, or all of them, should say. Brandon, All Wear Clothing. Sean, Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Cassandra at PNC. Tim at Verizon. Damn, we have so many now. Steve at Savage & Associates. Connell at datingtransformation.com. So thank you to all of them for supporting the show and for all they do for us. They helped our 100th episode cost us nothing,
Yeah.
except me hugging a toilet for 3 hours.
So with that dating transformation, does he have any successful people?
Oh
that
yeah,
actually got
please tell
married
him
from
about this.
Yeah, so I was chatting with him a couple weeks ago, and I just asked. He has no marriages yet, but he does have an engagement.
Okay.
So he has one engagement, and he has, I think he said, at least 15 people who are still dating. He didn't give me the total number. I don't even think he knew the total number of people he's interacted with off the top of his head. He said he would have to look it up. But yeah, he was very happy. The engagement was like a year and a half after it, and it was pretty much like, I think he said it was his second or third client that he had.
Really?
So yeah, pretty solid on his part. He's self-proclaimed nerd, right? Self-proclaimed scared of women growing up. Wouldn't talk to women, very nervous around it, and kind of grew out of that and turned around. And still, at times, he says even he still gets nervous when he has to go talk to a lady, a beautiful lady at a bar, just to walk up to him and say that. So yeah, it's not like he's this big player. Had women hanging off of him forever. He's not. He's a tall, skinny ginger. Dead serious.
So I'm just picturing, like, you're saying nervous around women, nervous to talk. I just picture like a big floppy cock like Parrot Nelson over here, just like, my name's Parrot Nelson. You want to shake my wing?
Any comments?
Nope, that's how it is.
That is 110% false.
I've never seen you. Well,
Give me your best pickup line to a woman at a bar right now.
1, 2, 3.
I don't even have one.
I got one for you.
Well,
Hold on. I got one, and it's perfect for this.
Well,
Come over here real quick. Slide over here.
Don't just stand there and they come to you. So
Well,
you
I haven't had to worry about it for about 5 years now.
This is perfect. Come, get closer because I need to get this.
Chloroform rag over there.
This
or
is
what?
perfect given the situation. Okay, you ready for this?
Oh.
If you were a pirate, would you have a parrot on this shoulder or this shoulder? It's perfect for the parrot because of Parrot Nelson. Just reach around, or the distance from here to here is the same distance from here to here.
Gary's gonna reach around.
Yep. Around the shoulder. Around the shoulder. Around the parrot shoulder. So yeah, what's your best pickup line, Parrot?
I don't even know, to be honest.
That was it.
That's
there.
what you got to use. Would you have a parrot on this shoulder or this shoulder? Hi, my name's Parrot Nelson. If you were a pirate.
BDJ.
Yeah, maybe. Balls deep, Jake. I told him one time I took the Big Dick Nate and called him Big Dick Jake and changed his password to that. But now I think it's going to be Balls Deep Jake.
Well, no, because I went to go
BDJ.
use my hotspot on my phone, and I had no idea what my hotspot password. I texted him. I was like, "Hey, what's my hotspot password?" He's like, "Big Dick Jake." I'm like, "No, seriously, what's my password?" It's like Big Dick Jake.
Is that what you set all your passwords to now?
No, it's Balls Deep Jake.
That's a good. I mean, you shouldn't be able to forget that. Well,
Yeah.
except when you look down and you realize it's not true.
Yeah.
Aw, damn.
Banana.
Oh,
not
Banana
much
Deep Jake.
Not unless we have a telescope handy.
Ooh, dude, BP Jake, Banana Pudding Jake.
Ew,
That could work.
it's nasty.
Stop it.
Get out of here. All right, so last week, NFL, Jaguars, great pick by you, bad for the pod.
Thank you.
20-7, Minshew Mania, man.
Easy money.
Easy money. Cowboys beat the Dolphins 31-6. Bills beat the Bengals. Two Bengals fans here. Sorry, the Bills are better. 21-17. Packers 27-16 over the Broncos. Colts 27-24 over the Falcons. Chiefs over the Ravens 33-28. We finally got to see what Lamar looks like. And then we had Vikings 34, Raiders 14, Patriots 30, Jets 14, Eagles and Lions. Lions 27-24. The podcast actually took the Lions, I think, and we got this right. Well, the Eagles fan, or maybe only I did. I know the Eagles fan took, which would be Brandon, the Lions fan took the Eagles, excuse me.
Of course he did.
I'm going to have to go back to last week because I got to see where we were at and what we took. No, me and Parrot took the Lions, so the podcast took, because his votes don't count. The podcast took the Eagles, so that left us out, but that's okay. Giants, we had Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Looked like a stud out there. He looked really good. He had 4 touchdowns, 2 passing, 2 rushing.
Yes, definitely making all those doubters.
And they won at Tampa, 32-31.
Yes, did he have like a driver at the end of the game?
Yeah. Yep. And then Texans 27-20 over the Chargers. 49ers 24-20 over the Steelers. Niners 3-0 and the Steelers 0-3.
That makes me so happy
Yes.
to see not only the it doesn't make me happy to see the Bengals 0-3, but since the Bengals are 0-3, it just makes me so much happier to see the Steelers 0-3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
the 49ers are going to sneaky
Yes.
this year too.
And they are. And the game that shocked me was the Saints and Seahawks. Teddy Bridgewater carried that team in Seattle with the 12th man, and they won 33-27.
Well, the Bengals almost beat Seattle.
Seattle's a hit or miss team too, and they're 2-1 now. The Rams.
I think Seattle. I think their coach would probably get to the end of his tenure. That message is not carrying anymore. What is he, like almost 70 too?
Yeah, and then Yes, he is. The Rams won 20-13 over the Browns, and that was a close game. Browns were coming down at the end to tie up the game, and they could not put it in.
Yep. I thought the Browns were going to make the Super Bowl this year.
No. We all took the Chiefs, except for Parrot, I think, took some.
I bet on the Browns in Vegas. That's about all I did.
If their coach knew how to call plays, they would have definitely tied that game, if not won it. But they, Freddie Kitchens, I thought was supposed to be a mastermind, is not. 4th and 9, you were in a draw.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And then 1st and goal at the 5 with 50 seconds and 3 timeouts, and you throw 4 passing plays, 3 of which with no running back in the backfield.
Right.
Not smart.
And then on Monday night, so I had a win in our fantasy league. I lost in the capabilities league, by the way, and I was the 3rd highest scoring team.
Oh, that's always
it's always amazing. And but in our other league, our big money league, I was winning by 5.5, and I considered benching the Bears because you can get negative points. And then tell that to Bear and them, and he's like, yes, the highest scoring team defense in the league. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, he's right. And I told Johnny, my partner, I said, hey, we should go for this for points at the end of the year, and it was a good decision. I fell asleep, so I didn't know what happened until they're telling me. Bear's like, and he said this, and then Bear's like, oh, he put him in. And Johnny's like, good call on this, and we ended up with like 144 points. I think we were second that week. for our league because somebody scored 160 some in our
Cody
league.
put up 166 in a big week.
And but Bears beat the Redskins 31-15. Case Keenum now 0-3. How long till Dwayne?
I think this week.
Case was 30 but he had a good 30 for 43, 332 and 2
No,
touchdowns.
it's all junk. Nope.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the game. It was he was like 5 for 12 in the first half for like 45 yards and 2 touchdowns or 2 interceptions. One of those was a pick six. He was not good. It was all garbage time. And then by the fourth quarter, the Bears' their second string defense was in. So that's why he made it look good.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Right. So this week, I want to give our updated standings here. You got the pod standings?
Yep, I got him
Go
up right
ahead.
now. So Nothing But Net has taken the lead.
Lynette is in the
Number
lead.
That's who that was.
35 points. And then number 2, Justin on the Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting right. Is that why he's here today?
Yes.
Yes.
Come here to brag?
I wanted to come here and gloat, and I was going to send some pre-orders for my merchandise.
So what do you want? A shirt, a hoodie,
Big week last week, by the way.
Banana
13.
Yeah.
a banana hammock?
Banana hammock all the way.
He will get. I'm getting it. If you win, you're getting a banana hammock with OTL, and you're gonna go home, show your wife, and she's gonna be, "What in the fuck is that?"
Yeah, she's going to love it. Yeah, I'm going to show my kids. You
Yeah.
guys want me with it?
Yeah, like at my age, it just makes me think back. At my age, it's okay to get a Woody. Make me think-
Yeah, so I'm on the golf course. We're golfing with my dad, of all people.
and brother-in-law.
Yeah, and brother-in-law, yeah. So, and he's going to hit it, and he's all done. He's wrapping it up. He's like, yeah, at my age, yeah, it is great to get a Woody.
And I'm like, the things they didn't think I'd hear today. This is one of them.
Yes, I think I'd never hear from my father. But yeah, once you get in your 30s, your father does open up in quite different ways, which will probably happen to you, Bear, in like 20 years, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, he's the older. He's the third.
True.
Well, you're the oldest here,
Yes.
Justin. Then me.
Senior.
Then Bear. Then Parrot. You're old enough to be Parrot's dad.
I am. I know your
You're
mom.
what? 34. Parrot, how old are you?
17.
He would have had me when he was 11 then. So
Possible.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
definitely
possible.
happens.
Anything's possible.
Young
these
in his
days.
village. So, where are we sitting? How
So
many-
we're sitting 5th. So Eric Green is tied with Justin on the Twitter. Do we know Eric Green?
I don't know who that is. Probably one of Jeremy's crew.
Hey, cool, man. Yeah, he's though trending down, by the way. He went 12, 11, 10. He's trending down.
Get 9 this week.
Whole Pack of Badgers is sitting in 4th by themselves. And then tied for 5th is Eagle _45806 US1 with 31. OTL Sports Pod with 31.
So we're 4 out. Not
and the
bad.
ex-wife with 31, who is
She had a
trending
bad
down
week.
terribly.
She had a bad week. I said, wait a minute. You took the Raiders over the Vikings. By the way, in our survival league, week 1, I took the Eagles, squeaked it out against the Redskins. Week 2, I took Cleveland against the Jets. They destroyed them. This week, I took week 3, Vikings over the Raiders. So I still got my Cowboys. I got the Patriots. Cowboys are going to be a tough one to take. I'm not taking them this week.
You might as well take them in three weeks against the Jets. I think they play in week 6. Yeah, because they
If
go
I'm still in, I will.
They go New Orleans, they go Packers, and then Jets. So I would and I think that's Monday night game, if I'm not mistaken. I would probably save them until then. In my other Survivor, used the Cowboys this week for sure. In both Survivors, actually. One of them is not a real Survivor. It's just a family league Survivor, so we play off of just points in general. So, yeah. And this week, I think I'm going with the Chargers because they're playing Miami. That's my strategy right now.
Anybody take? Yeah.
I could see Miami upsetting the Chargers somehow. Chargers look like trash.
Yeah, but now they're all excited because Melvin's back. Austin Eckler should have a huge game because he's about to lose his starting job, so he is going to play hard against Miami.
And then they
Wouldn't be
looked good in
surprised.
the last game too. They lost late.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and they didn't. Wait, they played? Who'd they play?
It was a playoff team from last year too.
I can't remember because they just lost. They won the first game. They lost to the Lions barely, and then they just lost again. Oh man, I can't think of who it is now. Who they play last time? Who was it? You had the thing up. Look at the damn thing.
Oh, Houston?
Houston. There we go. Thank you.
Yes.
They were up for a little bit of that game.
I'm just disappointed they aren't from San Diego anymore. There was the San Diego Superchargers. Maybe remember that?
Yes, yes, I do. I still
No.
say San Diego Chargers, and you got Brandon's in.
I do. I was going to give our updated standings. So,
Yes.
Parrot 10-6 because he just came back. Bear is at 30-17-1. I'm at 32-15-1, and Brandon is at 33-14-1. So he's winning both college and NFL right now.
It's early.
It is early. So let's get into our NFL picks for the week. Jets and 49ers are on a bye.
Parrot? What the hell was that?
What did you eat?
You're literally on a steel folding chair, and you were surprised like nobody was going to hear that.
I don't think he thought it would be that loud.
Yeah, didn't think it would echo.
And it was just like a bullhorn.
And I got a 6-hour trip with you? Jesus.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh, dear
my God.
Lord.
You bring a Bane mask.
I thought Brandon was here for a minute.
Anyways,
game 1. Thank you, Parrot. Or, what is he? Poopy Parrot? Shit Parrot?
Poopy Parrot. That's great.
Poopy Parrot Nelson. All right. Game 1. Philly at Green Bay.
Packers at home. Eagles are beat up.
Packers.
I'm taking Philly. I guess Alshon Jeffrey's coming back this week. So.
He is, yep. Deshaun's still out. Most of their defense is out, so Rodgers and Devontae Adams, I think, are going to have a field day this week.
Rodgers has not looked good so far.
He hasn't, but
that defense has carried the Packers.
Yeah, they went from a 20th ranked defense to a top 5 defense overnight.
Yeah, it's almost. If I look at that team, is Aaron Rodgers the problem to that team at this point? Is he holding that team back?
I don't think so, because, they're still playing good enough. He just hasn't had to go out there and win a game.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to. That's what I think the stat today. He hasn't thrown for over 250, and he hasn't thrown for 2 touchdowns in a game yet this year. Granted, it's only been 3 games, but he hasn't need to, and that's what people I don't think understand. I think in the Green Bay world, they should be excited because they finally have a run game, which they haven't had for so long, and that'll keep Rodgers healthy because obviously with the collarbone, us Cowboys fans know how that is. Once one collarbone goes, someone touches you, it goes again. So I think that's a good thing that they have a good 2-headed monster with Williams and Jones back there, but when Rodgers needs to throw, I think he's still fine.
Yeah.
I think it's still a little bit of rust from the preseason not playing, injuries last year. I think that this is his breakout game. He should go for over 303 touchdowns in this game.
It almost reminds me of the late years of Favre being in the Packers.
Okay.
They could, he's going to have to get some magic sooner or later.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm going to go with Philly still.
Okay. Fart?
You said Green Bay.
You said Green Bay.
And I'm saying
I couldn't hear you over the horn. Sorry.
I'm
The
saying,
bullhorn.
I'm saying Green Bay as well.
Who'd Dubzilla take? Packers, I would assume?
Yes.
All right, so
Tennessee-
Pod's going the Packers.
Tennessee at Atlanta.
Ooh.
Ugh, this is going to be like a blah game, I think, but I'm going to go Falcons.
Yeah, it's like a toss-up.
I got Atlanta. Pod's going Atlanta.
Tennessee looked good against
Dub
the
has
Bengals.
Atlanta.
Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to go Titans, too. I'm going to go with that.
You blow out Cleveland, lose by 1 point to Houston, and then lose by 2 touchdowns to Jacksonville on a rainy night on a Thursday night. Just interesting, right?
So they're going to lose by 3 touchdowns to Atlanta.
Falcons, it's easy playing that game, right? How do you do that? How do you go? Falcons lose on the road to Minnesota, game 1, tough game. Go back home, beat Philly. Before they were injured, that's when they got all their injuries, and then lose to the Colts in Indianapolis last week. But the Falcons just play better at home, and good luck stopping Julio Jones.
Yeah, and Matty Ice.
All right. And next game, Cleveland at Baltimore.
I think the Brownies are going to go 1-3. Ravens.
Brownies.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lamar. I'm going to say the Ravens can pull that out, too. It's so interesting to me how the narrative has changed on Lamar. Now, last week, it was Mahomes versus Lamar. Oh, the greatest thing ever. Two up-and-coming quarterbacks. Beginning of the season, he was shit.
Yeah.
I was like, is he an NFL quarterback even? Does he play wide receiver?
He's just a wide receiver, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I like Lamar, and I like his attitude. He the subtle snubs back at the media for what they did. I love it. I hope he keeps it up as long as he doesn't play Dallas.
yeah. But, yeah, so just that narrative, how quickly that can change, too. So, we'll see.
So Brandon's got Cleveland. Parrot's got Cleveland. Bears got Baltimore. Justin's got Baltimore. 9 times out of 10, I go the same way as this
I
guy.
already put Baltimore in.
He knows I'm going Baltimore.
I know you're not that dumb.
All right, New England at Buffalo.
Now, if it was in Cleveland, that would be tough,
Right.
but it's not.
This game, New England at Buffalo, both 3-0 teams,
Yes,
which
but,
is odd to say, but it's New England, so give me
Yes.
New England.
Patriots.
and Buffalo beat one of those against the Bengals. Which
This-
is a quality win.
Yeah, and I don't think people are. I think the Patriots already were taken in Survivor. People should have taken in week 2. This would be a Survivor trap game at its finest. This is going to be closer than people think. I think the Patriots barely pull it out. There's no blowout. I think Brady has a big game still, but Patriots by like 6.
All right.
Yep.
Patriots across the board.
Patriots.
Next game, another undefeated matchup game. Kansas City 3-0 against Detroit 2-0-1.
Dude, Kansas City on turf. Come on, man. They're fast on grass.
Yeah.
They are going to smoke Detroit in this game.
So
Agreed.
What's the over/under on no-look passes by Mahomes?
And sidearms by Stafford.
Right.
Yes, Mahomes.
I'd set it at about 12.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Chiefsies.
Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs double them up. I say 42-21 in this game.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs whoop the shit out of them.
Yep.
Carolina at Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Houston for sure, but Kyle Allen I don't think's that bad.
No, I don't either.
He looked pretty good, right?
Correct.
Well, is it just that you hate Cam that much, though?
I mean, that's some of it. Cam is terrible. I don't think he will be a starting quarterback in the NFL again,
Yeah.
in my honest opinion.
Uh-huh.
Foot injuries are not good.
No.
So,
No.
and he's 30. He's on the wrong end of his career, and he's not accurate. So,
Yes, yeah. Because
if he can't run,
yeah,
he's done.
That was his calling card, that he could also do that. And
Right.
It's gone.
And so Houston across the board. Oakland at Indy.
Colts,
Indy.
man.
I would like to go with Oakland.
Indy.
I wouldn't be shocked, Oakland pulling this one out. But
Yeah.
I'm going with Indy. But I'm with you.
I would like
For some
to,
reason, I feel the same way, and I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with the Colts, though.
How about that of all New England quarterbacks from 4 years ago? 3-0, 3-0, and 2-1.
Right.
That's crazy.
All right, next game. We can probably skip it. Chargers at Miami.
Chargers.
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 All right. Brandon's got the Chargers. Washington at the Giants.
This is tough, man, because if Haskins plays, I want Washington, but I got to make the pick now, and no one's announced it. It's still Keenum, so give me Daniel Jones and the Giants. At
Go-
home.
I'm gonna go with the Redskins. Haskins is gonna play this week
Yeah.
and whip the shit out of the Giants.
I think the Giants are going to come in with a big head because they got their new brand winner quarterback.
Danny Dimes.
Yeah, I think they're going to come in too. And Saquon, is he playing this week?
Nope.
Oh, he's out for
Yeah.
4 to 8 weeks, they said.
That
so.
is a big piece of their team. Yeah, I'm going to the Redskins.
I don't care who's playing. I'm going to ride this for at least this week. Give me the Giants. Yeah, I'm riding the Giants this week. So, podcast Giants. All three of us have the Giants. Seattle at Arizona. This, I think, is also a trap game. Seattle does not look good
No.
at all.
Even at home, they're barely winning.
Barely
Right.
beat the Bengals
They got beat by the Saints at home.
Yeah.
and beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
Barely.
Barely. And they're playing Arizona at Arizona.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
That air raid offense has looked horrible at times.
I'm still going Seahawks.
Sea chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Seahawks.
Seattle. Arizona. Seattle. Bucks at Rams. Is this another
Rams.
move on?
Yeah, I have a feeling
Yeah.
Jameis is going to throw a couple picks in this game.
Yes. Think this is the last year starting?
No, I don't think so. I don't think anyone. I couldn't even name who their backup is, so no.
For who, the Rams?
No,
Or
the Bucks.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to look.
Yeah, I thought it was Gabbert. I don't know if he's hurt or not. I thought, but I'm not sure who their backup would be there.
And he's a headache, too.
Blaine Gabbert. Ryan Griffin.
It's not
Blaine Gabbert's on injured reserve, so Ryan Griffin.
There you go.
Yeah. Just depends who the free agents are, too. See if Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Griffin. Who the fuck is Ryan Griffin?
Is it related to Blake Griffin?
Yes.
Yep.
Huh. All right. Next game could be a game of the week. Minnesota at Chicago.
Chicago.
This will be fun, man. In Chicago, it's going to be a defensive battle. Give me
old school.
Give me the Bears 15-9, all field goals, no touchdowns.
That's good.
I'm going to Bears. That defense has been too good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Zimmer too
Gave up
much.
15 to the Redskins.
In garbage time.
This is the Bengals' fucking problem. If they would have kept Zimmer and got rid of Lewis like 4 years ago, that team would be completely different. I'm going to go with Zimmer and the Vikings.
Okay.
I'm going to go the Vikings too, man. I am. Low scoring, though. I'm saying, 17-10.
Who'd Dub take? The Bears?
Bears.
All right.
I'm going 6-3.
Really defensive.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jacksonville at Denver.
Denver.
And that 6 is 3 safeties, by the way.
That's 2 for Denver right now. Dub's got Denver.
Man. This is a tough one. Denver's got to get a win. They have to, but they run into Minshew mania.
Well, here, I'll make this easy for you. I'm taking Jacksonville, so you can pick this week.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville, too.
So we got 2-2.
So I'm your tiebreaker. Ramsey probably isn't going to play. Denver
It just
has
said
to win.
It just said he's out because he's expecting a second child.
Yeah, he's had first he was sick, then his back was hurt. Now he's expecting a child. He's had an excuse every day this week on why he's not going to be there. So I think it's a little distraction. I think Minshew keeps it close, but I think Denver and Flacco pull this one out at home because they don't have a choice. They have to win.
Yeah.
Parrot.
That wasn't that good.
That wasn't even
You
me.
needed a steel folding chair.
Right. So Minshew, I hope that he continues going. Just the antics he has, the outfits he wears.
The legend continues.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to start stretching at work and jockstrap only right when I clock in.
Or you can have a banana hammock.
Hey, that works too. Whatever. I don't have his chest hair though, and I can't grow a cool mustache like him, so I'm a little bit out there.
So what did they say? Minshew is like David Arquette playing Baker Mayfield. Is Minshew.
So I like that. They showed his pictures. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
All right. So Sunday Night Football. Bear will go last. New Orleans at Dallas. Brandon has New Orleans.
Fucker.
Parrot.
New Orleans to Dallas.
Dallas at New Orleans.
Oh, okay. And there's no Saints are on their backup quarterback.
Bridgewater. Yep.
It's on Sunday night though too.
I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride this Cowboys train.
I really dislike Dallas, but Ezekiel Elliott is a Buckeye. You can feel that a little bit.
So is Devin Smith, who's on the outside of wide receiver now because Gallup's hurt too.
Really? He scored. He scored a touchdown.
He scored 2 weeks ago. Yep.
Oh, that's another Buckeye. You get closer and closer. Bridgewater looked good though. I think the Saints gonna pull that out at home.
I already typed New Orleans for you. I did.
Yeah, I was really happy to see the Saints beat up on Seattle. It's going to give Dallas fantastic film to watch this week. This is Dallas's first test, though. They played the shitty Giants, the shitty Redskins, and the shitty Dolphins. So they need to come out looking strong. They have won the last 2 games they've played in New Orleans, both against Drew Brees, by the way. Mm-hmm. And I think they pull this one out, too. Cowboys 31-21.
Dallas. And I like the score, too. All right. Monday night.
All right. Monday night. Game of the week coming up on Monday night.
We'll let you guys go last this time.
You guys can go last, and you can talk more about it.
Who did Dub pick?
Pittsburgh.
I'm also taking Pittsburgh.
I'm also taking Pittsburgh. So you guys can go ahead and talk about this.
Let me talk this up a little bit. All right.
Well, you're both 0-3, right? Great Monday night game, by the way.
Yes, it's the best game. But, Cincinnati's going to roll in, and coming into Heinz Field, they're going to come in there. And who's playing? Pittsburgh doesn't even have anybody left. Big Ben.
They got Juju.
Yeah.
Ben Connor.
Yes.
And they just got that the tight end from Seattle. What, Noah?
Vanette from Ohio
A Buckeye.
A Buckeye.
Yeah.
They also have another Buckeye on defense, right?
I mean, Shazir's hurt.
Yeah. What Shazier?
Yeah, she barely walks.
He's still, but he's there on the sideline.
Yeah.
You got a couple. Bush made some good plays, and they've got Minka Fitzpatrick.
He's a Michigan guy.
Yeah, I know he is, but Fitzpatrick, look at him. He had an interception and a forced fumble last week, and he took a big stiff arm from the fullback too.
Yeah.
Use check.
I think Cincinnati, they're going to come in hot. And I can't not pick them. I can't not pick them.
What is hot for Cincinnati?
Well,
Andy Dalton's hair.
Yes, right.
Andy Dalton's hair. You're right.
Well, it's a team usually they have to show up for, and it's a rivalry game, and there's a new coach. They want to get him a win even too. So
27-24 Bengals.
That's a good score.
I was going to say
That's a rookie score, but we'll take it. I was going for 2.7 to 2.4.
I was going to go with the tie.
That wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Bengals, though.
You? Bengals, you said?
Yeah, it's 27-24.
Rookie picks.
It's week 4, right?
Yeah.
So that means it's my pick for the tiebreaker.
Yep.
I'm going to go Steelers.
It's going to be a warm game, too.
Yes, it is. Steelers 23, Bengals 17.
I like it. That is a good score, Bear.
Yeah.
All right.
Not a rookie score.
You ready?
I would like to see what this team will look like with AJ Green playing.
Soon.
Same.
Very soon.
Same.
I am ready. Go, Bear.
Packers.
Yes.
Falcons.
Yes.
Patriots.
Yes.
Ravens.
Yes.
Chiefs.
Yep.
Colts.
Yep.
Chargers.
Yep.
Giants.
Yep.
Texans.
Yep.
Rams.
Yep.
Sea Chickens.
Yep.
Bears.
Yep.
Broncos.
Yep.
Cowboys.
Yep.
Squealers.
Yep. And so the two things that we disagreed on, you guys went the opposite way. So hopefully you guys win. I'm hoping.
We're going to find
Pot's
out.
going to come up. All right. So should be an interesting week of football. We're looking forward to that. This week, sports movie discussion. So I got to get up there. We've had Days of Thunder, Happy Gilmore, Hoosiers, D2 the Mighty Ducks, Major League, Little Giants, and Rocky. So our guest here, first time, you pick a sports movie, anything. You can see we've covered pretty much all sports. You get a sports movie, let's discuss it. While you think about that, we'll go into some other things here. Bear, I saw this meme that you remember The Dark Knight.
Yes.
Okay, you remember the big pile of money that the Joker burns?
Yes.
Okay, they did a poll here. They said it would take 16 of his henchmen 27 hours to set up that cash pyramid.
Jesus.
I was like, Bear would enjoy that. There was another thing that said Daniel Jones went into the huddle and said, let's fucking score. Guys were all taken aback because they'd never seen that side of him. He pulled his own read and then ran in a touchdown. Do you think he's the real deal?
I'm not going to say that yet, but I think he could be. I didn't realize that he was I didn't think he could run.
Right.
In all honesty. So that kind of took me back, and I kind of like that. So it'll be good. They need some better competition here. Jesus.
No, there's a reason I pulled this, and you'll hear it. So there was this meme. I screenshotted this so you can all see it. Steelers are forced to sign Al Bundy. The irony, the first thing I saw this, and I knew it, the irony here is Ed O'Neill actually played for the Steelers.
Really?
He got cut, but he made it to the team, signed with the team. He eventually got cut, but he did sign with the Steelers. He was actually a good football player.
Oh.
So, interesting fun fact. When I saw that, I laughed. I'm like, but the fact is he did play with the Steelers.
Yeah, interesting.
So, Justin, you got a movie for us yet?
Yes, I do.
All right, what do we got? I'm going to write it on the board while you talk about it.
All right. Yeah. Well, how about I give you who's in the movie and see if you guys can guess it.
Yep.
All right. Al Pacino.
Any Given Sunday.
Damn it, that was good. You got that quick.
The Godfather.
Yes. Any Given Sunday is the movie. So, yes, that was I remember watching that movie. That's one, I'm thinking of The Last Boy Scout, where they show up with they shoot, and he shoots all the guys as he running it. But it just really kind of blew me away how that movie was shot and everything, too.
So, Any Given Sunday came out 20 years ago, actually. So, you're talking about Jamie Foxx was the quarterback for the team.
Yes.
This is an Oliver Stone movie, by the way.
Yes, and he was the backup quarterback.
Yes, was it Dennis Quaid?
Yes, Dennis Quaid was starter.
And so this gives you into perspective. Barry, we kept talking about budgets of movies. This one 20 years ago had the same budget as the Joker movie does this year, $55 million.
Woo,
Did $100 million at the box office. I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It was really good. Al Pacino was a coach because what is her damn name?
Cameron Diaz.
Because she's what, the owner? Or owner's daughter or some shit?
Yeah.
And what is it? Tony D'Amato. D'Amato was his name, Al Pacino's name.
Yes, yeah.
The Italian coach, and who gave one of the best speeches you could hear in a movie.
Yes, yeah. So his final speech before the playoff game is based on a real speech by Marty Schottenheimer, who gave the Browns during the 1989 AFC Championship game, too.
That worked out.
Yeah.
So remember Jamie Foxx? He was what? Steaming Willie Beeman, right?
There we go. Yeah.
Willie Beeman.
And he was a mobile quarterback, of course.
Yes, and he sang the song too. Any Given Sunday.
Yes,
it's actually a decent song. Slower, pretty good though.
It was interesting because Dennis Quaid was the starter, and he was like the old veteran, and got knocked out, and he came, and then Beeman
let
came
him.
in and let him.
You remember, Bear? Do you remember who the running back was?
Never seen the movie.
Really?
Yep, never seen the movie.
LL Cool J was the running back.
What's wrong?
Mama
with
gonna
you?
knock you out. Yeah, no, dead serious. I've never not seen that movie.
Yeah. All right. Who was originally cast as Willie Beeman? Any guesses on that one?
Let's see. Cuba.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
That's good. That's solid. That's
Right
solid.
around that time. Ooh.
He's a rapper.
LL Cool J.
Ice Cube is what I meant.
Eminem, Dre, Ice Cube,
I guess
Ice
Ice Cube
T.
was fat.
Let's
Sean Puff Daddy Combs.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, Jamie Foxx is a great actor, so
Yes. Yeah. I think they
They
upgraded.
gave
Probably
her.
a better musician too than
Right.
P. Diddy.
So you remember Lauren Holly? Lauren Holly was Cap Rooney's wife. Remember, she was a trophy wife. Lauren Holly, isn't she in Dumb and Dumber? Isn't she Mary Swanson? Sam Swimmy Slippy Slippy Slam Swamp Swimmy Swamp
Slammy.
Samsonite. I was way off.
Check the briefcase.
Way off.
LT, he was in that too as middle linebacker. Sharp.
Nice.
Yep. So Bear, I can give you some of these. So Dennis Quaid was in it. Cameron Diaz, Jamie Foxx, James Woods. Right. Jim Brown. Actually, he was the D coordinator. Mm-hmm. Yep. Aaron Eckhart, Matthew Modine, Elizabeth Berkley. I forgot she was in it. What was he? Jesse from Saved by the Bell. We talked about that earlier. Yeah, Charleston Heston was commissioner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I remember this. Do you remember the play where there was two offensive and defensive guys hitting each other, and his eye popped out?
Yeah.
And he's like laying on
Dude,
the field.
It's a serious movie. You would, Bear, I think you would really like
Yeah, it's rated R too, so
Yeah.
it's definitely intense.
that. He's in because what T.O.'s in it because they play the Dallas Knights and he's catching a touchdown for the Dallas Knights when they play them in the final game before the playoffs.
Okay.
It's a good movie. I really think you would like it. It's a long one. It's 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah. No, I've heard of it obviously, and I know that there was a big cast. I just for whatever reason have never seen it.
What does it have on Rotten Tomatoes, Justin? Do we have that reception?
I'm on IMDb right now.
I guess 69%.
It's got 52 for Metascore.
Really?
Yes.
It's low.
6.9 stars on
See?
IMDb.
Nailed it.
And then 3 out of 4 from Roger Ebert. And 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. Interesting. I don't ever trust them, though. It's a good movie. I liked it.
Do you think Roger Ebert ever ate popcorn while watching and rating these movies, or no?
Maybe.
I think he was taking notes.
Taking notes and eating popcorn.
Just curious.
Popcorn. No, that's a great movie to discuss. I'm happy you brought that one up. They had a lot of good things in there. I haven't seen it in a while. There's a lot of football movies that we're going to cover over time. Little Giants was the first one. Any Given Sunday was this time. We'll probably NASCAR. I think we should do Talladega Nights next week so we can cycle back to NASCAR. So let's do Talladega Nights next week. Anything else on that movie, Any Given Sunday?
Yeah, one other thing I liked the nickname that they had for Dennis Quaid was Cap Rooney. I like how he just his real name is Jack Rooney in the movie, but everyone called him Cap.
And they call it Jack Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cap
and
Rooney.
because Lauren Holly is his wife, the trophy wife who we were talking about from Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, he was. And Dennis Quaid, you think about that, it's like, gosh, he's old now. You know?
He doesn't look it though.
And he doesn't.
What does he do? Allstate or what insurance? He does Progressive or so. He does one of those commercials, and he looks literally the same he did 20 years ago.
Right. So yeah, Cameron Diaz's character, she's actually the owner and GM. So she's Jerry Jones as a female. She talks about she has an MBA from Cornell. I know two people now, Fake Francesca and myself, that got stuff from Cornell. So
of course.
we've got some type of education. I might actually have to frame that and put it on the wall just because it says Cornell and get it. So
Yes. By the way, I love this guy who wrote the review about it. Professional football deserves to be Oliver Stoned, but if I ever saw any more football, that'll be fine with me.
yeah, and her character is based on
I love movie critics.
Jerry Jones
Really?
and Georgia Frontier,
Oh, that's
American
funny.
businesswoman. And you know who she is, chairperson of the Rams.
Yeah.
Yep. So she was based on Jerry Jones and that, so that's not surprising.
Interesting.
Definitely check it out, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Really good. Aaron Eckhart, you know who he is if you see his face here.
No,
he
I
was
know
Two-Face.
Aaron.
And
He got his face burnt off in Dark Knight Rises.
Yep. And, Dark Knight. And
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Rises was Bane.
Yeah,
And
I forgot about that.
Talia. And still my favorite scene. Did you see that meme too? What happened in Pittsburgh with Antonio Brown, and it's showing how the field blew up, and it's Antonio Brown in the front scoring the touchdown. Nobody's there. But yes, definitely check it out. Good movie. I got nothing else about it. A lot of actors, a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that.
Yeah, I forgot it was Oliver Stone who did it too. So that, the more I think
Did
about it, the more I
JFK
remember I
and some
liked
other
it.
ones.
Very
Yeah.
prominent movie director.
Yes, he is. So looking forward to that, and hopefully Bear, you get to see it at some point.
Yeah.
And we can discuss it. So on this day in sports history, so the first thing I'm going to mention is 5 years ago, because it came up on my Facebook, was when Jeter had his last game at Yankee Stadium. It's been 5 years already. Last game at Yankee Stadium, that RBI hit to right field, standard Jeter, wins the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he played one more game in Boston, but I wish they ended at home, because that was just phenomenal. That's what they're going to remember, how he ended his career. I'm like, that's just Jeter. His 3,000th hit was a home run.
There's only two things I ever called in Jeter's career. It was the home run for his 3,000th hit, and it was him to win that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were watching. I'm like, this is just storybook ending for Jeter. I mean, the guy, granted, he's got a shitty baseball team he owns, but they're not the worst in baseball. The Tigers are.
Yeah.
But there are 5 teams that have 100 losses this year? It's a record.
Orioles, Tigers, Marlins. Shit. Nah, I can't think of the other two. I really don't care either. They suck.
Well, now you're making me wonder. And maybe it's 4 teams. But you just named, what'd you say? Marlins?
Orioles, Marlins, Tigers.
Orioles. Royals.
Royals, too. Wow.
They're at 100. Marlins. And I don't think anybody else is going to make it to 100. Probably not, unless the Blue Jays lose 6 in a row. They only have 4 games left, so that's not going to happen.
I think most teams only have 5 or left, so.
All right, so on this day in history, 1926 PGA Championship Men's Golf, Walter Hagen beat Leo DeGaulle 5-3 in the final.
Picked Walter that day.
Lou Gehrig plays his 1500th consecutive game in 1934.
Interesting.
Sonny Liston knocked out Floyd Patterson in first round for the heavyweight title in 1962.
Yay.
1973, Mets beat Expos 2-1 on Willie Mays night at Shea Stadium.
Willie Mays Hayes night.
Yes. 1979, California Angels win their first NL West pennant.
Oh, thank God for the California Angels.
This guy comes up a lot. 1981, Nolan Ryan's 5th career no-hitter. Astros beat Dodgers 5-0. 1984, New York Met Rusty Staub joins Ty Cobb, who hit home runs as a teen and in 40s in Major League.
Huh.
That's a good stat.
Yeah.
Very good stat.
It's a good random fact now.
1985, another guy that comes up often, Ricky Henderson stole his 75th base of the season.
Gosh, there's so many stats in baseball. It's
Yankee record at the time. Olympic gold, 1988. Americans sweep the medals in the long jump at the Seoul Olympics. Carl Lewis wins his 2nd gold of the games with a leap of 8.72 meters ahead of teammates Mike Paul and Larry Myricks.
Nice.
1992, Sparky Anderson ties Hugh Jennings as Detroit's winningest manager. 1994, Oliver McCall TKOs Lennox Lewis in 2 for heavyweight boxing title.
Damn.
I don't remember that.
No.
Or Lennox.
Poor Lennox. And
At least he got ears.
in 2000, Basketball player Vince Carter jumps over 7 feet
Yep.
to Frederick Wise in 2000 Summer Olympics.
Saw that one today.
Known in France as Le Dunk de la Mort, the dunk of death.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what we're going to call this episode,
the dunk of death.
the dunk of death.
Old Nutsanity put his nutsack right on his ear if you watch that one again.
So Nutsanity, the dunk of death.
Check.
Check Nutsanity, the dunk of death.
Yeah.
So this was good. So thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, Brandon over there for everything he does. Go check him out. He can help you out with corporate wear, sportswear, anything. He does a lot for the Anthony Wayne area. By the way, Anthony Wayne, big game this weekend. They're currently 3-0.
4-0, right?
So they
Should be
beat
4.
Finley, St. John's, St. Francis, Northview.
Northview.
So this is a big game this week. This is going to be for the NLL title. They're
Really?
playing Perrysburg.
Yeah, Perrysburg sucks, don't they?
No, they're very good.
They suck.
Are they at
last year.
Perrysburg
Are
or are
They
very
beat
good?
the shit out of Springfield. They're 3-1 right now. I can't remember who their loss was to Whitmer. That's who their loss was. So going to be a tough game. It's at Perrysburg.
Ooh, I'll
So-
go to that.
It's right down the street from me.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
That's great because we're
we
going to
won't
be in Michigan.
here. That's funny. We won't be here.
So thank you to Brandon at all. Thank you to Brandon at Allwear. Thank you to Sean at Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Does not serve Sudan. 419-704-5471. Cassandra at PNC. 419-877-0634. Tim
Keep
at
that
Verizon.
paper.
Verizon.com. Get in touch with a sales rep in your area. Steve at Savage & Associates. And Connell at datingtransformation.com. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Hooday!
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.